Hello and welcome to Trains in Viatic. You might remember last Saturday I put that windmill in just over there. And I said I'll be starting to work on this. So my jobs today are put the portal on, any little bits of plaster work that need to be done, and then paint and put some grass down. So if you stay tuned, you can see what I get up to. So now for the titles. So that's the tunnel portal put glued into place. The side edge closest to the middle will be trimmed down one day, and I might actually put a bit more plaster cloth just along the top, but I might not. The windmill have been glued in place with just a dot of hot glue, and that's all looking good. So the next job will be to paint it all. I'll give that a coat of my brown paint, and then we can come back and talk about what's happening next on it. As you can see, I've now painted this and it's looking pretty good. What I've also done, while waiting for the paint to dry, I've cut out the templates from the Metcalfe site and just stick them on here so that I can grass over it, and then when it's finished I remove these, and then the buildings will just go directly into the landscape. So I've got some double-sided tape on the bottom which I'm just removing. I want to hide the windmill a bit because it's slightly small compared to everything else, so I want it to look like it's in the distance. So once I got this last piece of tape off, I'll then do a speed grassing. I'll be using for grass, you have the green scenes grass applicator, and I think it's a notch grass today. So the stable's going to be going there like that. Then it means I can have a light just there lighting it up, which you have seen in one of my previous videos. Then I can have a local model railway club in that corner there. So just unpeeling this. I'll do my best not to get glue on these, but it will happen, so I think that would look quite nice like that. Then we'll have a wall along there, now a back scene along there, back scene along there. So I'll just put some paper down there and there just to catch any runaway fibres, as I don't want to damage any of my track. My DCC system is fully unplugged from the system, so no problems with contact on it, or at least unplanned contact. So put a piece of tissue there, piece of tissue there, and then it's going to be the gauge master glue. If you're wondering how come the light have improved, that's because just up here I have a studio light. So like I have done many a times before, I'll be putting glue down. I'll paint it around the stable first, as that's going to be my first area to work on. around the stable and the windmill. I've been told by Green Scene to improve my how to improve my method of putting grass down, so I'll be showing you that. If you ever see Green Scene at any shows, it's well worth a chat, as they're very nice people, and I can't remember their names, which is something I shouldn't really admit, but they're really lovely people. They give me leads on good shows to attend, and I just find them good to chat to. Whenever I'm at a show, if I see them there, I have a good chat. They were the people who told me about the Derby show, about where to park and that kind of stuff. So this is my flock kit. I got to pin in the end, so that just go and get put in there. I already got a bit of grass in there, but I'll put a bit more in. And you can see it's all static already. Then I go and put my mesh top on, turn it on and go down in a downward fashion, and you can see straight away it's making a really nice grass effect. So I'll stop the camera now and come back to you once this is all done. I now have these two buildings settled in quite nicely. There is a bit of grass that needs to be vacuumed off, but I think it's looking really nice. Then when I have a back scene around the edge, this will be gorgeous. So I've just got two more jobs left to do on this. Put the fence up and add a light just there. So I've got this light and I have attached a cable, so what I need to do is just drill in the ground. I think I'm going to go just there for the light, then I can put the fence in and that will be everything done. So this looked like a good place. I have just vacuumed the layout. And just quickly feed this through the hole. I haven't actually tested putting the wire through the hole, but I'm giving it a go. In theory it should fit, and in practice it fits. I have quite long wire on it today. In here we got the resistor all done. And that goes just there like so. Then if I find a 12 volt feed, which is quite hard at the moment. We can see it lit up. 12 volts. I'll show you it lit up in a while. So my next job is to put a fence in along there and along there. I'll be using a smaller screw bit, and I'll bring you back in a few minutes once I got it all done. What I've done so far is drilled some holes up here to take this fence, which was just test pieces. So I've now got the proper fence, and that just goes straight into all the holes I drilled. And then you realise you made a little mistake. So I've actually done this on purpose so that I can show you how to drill the holes. So just see where about the leg fall, then get your pin vise, and then just put your drill through, and hey presto. And then you just keep on doing this till you get the finished look you're after. I have been debating putting a gate so that the railway company can get access to the top of the hill, but I'm not sure about that. So these are how they come. So that hole goes just there, and you have several different formats of these. You have your fence panels, then you have gates, and then you have styles which are like this. So you just take them off the spur, make sure to get them the correct way round. They just push together, stick that in the hole, mark where the next one go, and hey presto. As you can see, it can go up and downhill. Eventually I'll give that a trim, and you'll see I have this light here, so that's wired into this long wire here, and if I find a 12 volt source, it should be just up there, it should just light up quite nicely. So I'll come back to you in a minute and show you this little scene finished. I can't currently show you that light working because that circuit is temporarily disconnected while I'm working on another project which you'll see next week. But this is looking really good. I just need to put some animals in, and then that bit will be finished, and then some backscene on it. So this is looking great. We got the stable and the Nissan hut, and then grass and a bit of the hill done, so I'm very pleased with this. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much. Richard.